You know what's crazy? We live in a world where time is literally money, and nothing screams, "I've made it," quite like showing up in your own helicopter. But here's the thing. Today's wealthy aren't just throwing money around for flashy status symbols anymore. They want efficiency. They want to reduce their environmental footprint. And yeah, they still want those lower operating costs without giving up any performance. The old days of gas-guzzling choppers, they're basically over. The real flex now is how little fuel your bird actually burns. So let's talk about the 7 most efficient private helicopters that are absolutely crushing it when it comes to range and fuel consumption. Number 7. Airbus H130. If I had to pick a poster child for helicopter efficiency, it'd hands down be the Airbus H130. This single-engine beauty only burns 68 gallons of fuel per hour. And get this, it comfortably seats 7 people in a cabin that honestly puts most luxury cars to shame. Here's where it gets interesting. The secret sauce is this thing called the Fenestron tail rotor system. Instead of having a regular tail rotor just hanging out there catching wind, the Fenestron is actually tucked inside the helicopter's tail boom. That cuts down drag like you wouldn't believe. Pair that with their perfectly tuned Ariel 2D engine, and you're cruising at 155 miles per hour, while sipping fuel like it's expensive wine. But what really blew my mind is how quiet this thing is. We're talking about 7 decibels below international aviation limits. That means you can actually land in those noise-sensitive spots like national parks or right in the heart of a city without making enemies. And at around $800 per hour to operate. That's significantly cheaper than most of its competitors. Number 6. Bell 505 Jet Ranger X. Bell didn't just slap some updates on their classic Jet Ranger and call it a day. With the 505 Jet Ranger X, they completely reimagined what efficiency could look like. This light single-engine helicopter burns just 28 gallons per hour, while carrying 5 passengers, which is honestly incredible. The Safran Arias 2R engine pumps out 730 shaft horsepower and gets you up to 135 miles per hour. But here's the cool part. It has this digital engine control system that's constantly tweaking the power output based on what's happening during your flight. You're literally never burning more fuel than you absolutely need to. Operating costs sit around $650 per hour, and you can get into one for about $1.6 million. When you look at the private helicopter market, that's some serious value right there. Number 5. Robinson R66 Turbine. When you want maximum range and efficiency without completely emptying your bank account, the Robinson R66 Turbine is tough to beat. This 5-seater burns about 33 gallons of jet fuel per hour, while cruising at 125 miles per hour. But here's what really impressed me. With standard fuel tanks, you can fly 350 miles without stopping. Throw in some auxiliary tanks, and you're looking at over 400 miles. Robinson pulled this off by being absolutely obsessive about weight management and getting the aerodynamics just right. The whole thing weighs only 2,700 pounds empty, because they went crazy with composite materials and lightweight alloys. The real kicker? Operating costs are around $350 per hour. That's less than half what many competitors charge. Number 4. Leonardo AW109 Trekker. When Italian engineering meets helicopter design, you get the Leonardo AW109 Trekker. And this thing is basically a masterclass in efficiency without cutting corners. This light twin-engine helicopter burns about 70 gallons, while cruising at an impressive 168 miles per hour. Now that might not sound super efficient at first, but here's the thing. It's doing this while running 2 Pratt & Whitney PW207C engines. That gives you the kind of safety redundancy that single-engine helicopters just can't touch. If one engine has a problem, you've still got backup. The Trekker variant is Leonardo's way of maximizing value. They took the proven AW109 airframe and paired it with rugged skid landing gear instead of those fancy retractable wheels. Smart move. It cuts weight, reduces complexity, lowers maintenance costs, and makes it way more practical if you need to land somewhere that doesn't have a perfect helipad. At $1,200 per hour to operate, It's not the cheapest helicopter to run, but when you factor in twin-engine safety, the performance, and 7-person capacity, the efficiency in its class is remarkable. Number 3. Copter SH-09. The Swiss-engineered Copter SH-09 represents the absolute cutting edge of helicopter efficiency. This thing burns about 55 gallons while hitting cruise speeds of 160 miles per hour. The efficiency comes from Honeywell's state-of-the-art HTS 900 engine, which has digital control systems that are constantly optimizing fuel flow in real time. What really sets this helicopter apart is its carbon fiber airframe. That's actually pretty rare in helicopter design, but it's genius. You get significant weight reduction while keeping all the structural strength you need. That means you can carry more payload with less fuel consumption. The aerodynamic fuselage is sleek as hell and cuts through the air with minimal drag. Inside, you've got a flat floor cabin that can seat up to 8 passengers in different configurations, making it one of the most versatile helicopters in its class. With operating costs estimated around $700 per hour, the Copter SH-09 is basically showing us what the future of efficient helicopter design looks like. Number 2. Enstrom 480B. The American-made Enstrom 480B has quietly built up this incredible reputation as one of the most fuel-efficient choppers you can buy today. It only consumes 38 gallons per hour while cruising at 115 miles per hour, which is pretty remarkable. What makes the Enstrom unique is its rotor system design. The fully articulated 3-blade main rotor has unusually high inertia, which improves auto-rotation capabilities and keeps things stable in rough conditions without needing extra power. That safety feature actually contributes to fuel efficiency, because the helicopter doesn't have to constantly make power adjustments when things get bumpy. With a range of 420 miles on standard tanks, you can cover some serious distance without refueling. Operating costs run about $550 per hour, putting the Enstrom among the most economical turbine helicopters available. Number 1. Hill Helicopters HX-50. At the top of our list is the revolutionary Hill Helicopters HX-50, a completely clean sheet design that's literally redefining what's possible in the private helicopter market. This British newcomer consumes approximately 42 gallons while maintaining a 140 miles per hour cruise speed. Those are impressive numbers for a helicopter that puts luxury right alongside efficiency. What makes the HX-50 special is its GT50 turboshaft engine, which Hill developed in-house specifically for this helicopter. This isn't some adapted engine from another aircraft. It's purpose-built to deliver 650 shaft horsepower, while optimizing fuel consumption across every part of the flight envelope. Hill's engineering team was obsessively focused on matching the engine characteristics precisely to the helicopter's performance requirements, which is something you just can't do when you're trying to adapt existing engines. The carbon composite airframe isn't just lightweight, it's incredibly strong, allowing for this spacious cabin that seats 5 people in exceptional comfort. The digital cockpit has an integrated flight management system that actually tells pilots the optimal power settings and flight paths for maximum efficiency. With estimated operating costs around $480 per hour, the HX-50 promises to deliver serious luxury and performance while keeping those fuel bills way lower than comparable helicopters. For the discerning owner who wants both efficiency and exclusivity, this British disruptor makes one hell of a compelling case.